Welcome to Blind Faith Live. Real people, real miracles. Complete new episodes every Tuesday. But in addition, here is this week's featured Issam's Insights with Dr. Issam Nemeh, and it involved the Holy Spirit again.
God is a unity. God is a Father and a Son and a Holy Spirit. And it's the unity, is the state of mind that binds them into one. The same thing applies to us. That's what binds us to that Trinity and makes us one with them.
We've touched on the Holy Spirit the last several episodes here. And in fact, Cindy had a question. It had to do with, do you have to have the Holy Spirit dwelling within you to receive a healing? Dr. Nemeh will have an answer to that in this next segment. It started with a gentleman who also was asking about Catholics and Protestants, because we touched on that briefly. Things like confirmation in the Catholic faith. And there are other aspects of the Protestant faiths in which there's a ritual in which the Holy Spirit is to dwell within us. Is that just ritual, or does something actually happen?
I don't see any difference between Catholics or Protestants. I don't see any difference between Christians and non-Christians, the ones that have the law written, like St. Paul put it, on the tablets of their heart. Now, you touched upon a couple of things to go back to baptism itself. When you are baptized as a small baby, it stands. Your baptism stands because you are born into the Catholic family. You see, that's why it stands. Here you are inspired by your parents and the church and all of that. But when it comes to the confirmation itself, it's lacking in both, actually, to tell you the truth. I mean, the confirmation is about completely surrendering our life. And it's about the indwelling of the Holy Spirit. And it's a very confusing thing from what I've seen so far. I mean, it is being done as a ritual, and I don't think it is taken seriously. Christianity is about the indwelling of the Holy Spirit. Christianity is not about what is written. What is written is a step towards that higher type of spirituality. There is a huge difference. You see, not to be confused about that part. Now, talking about lukewarmness, what a shame, actually. Tell you the truth, because we have so many mysteries in our church revealed to us. It's a great wealth, and yet, like you are saying, I've been, over the years, seeing a lot of Catholics to be very, very lukewarm. And very negative about even the healings and all of that. And we, to tell you the truth, we are a great example of that. We've had, without any exaggeration, hundreds of thousands already of miracles happening in that city. Okay? People coming all over, and not one is being induced. Yes, there is great lukewarmness. Even from inside the church, there is a great confusion. And not only this, I don't see a lot of Catholics reading the Bible. It is very true. And that's what's beautiful about our brothers, the Protestants. They read it. They are deeply in it. There are a couple of things to talk about when it comes to the knowledge itself. Look at how things are within the church. I mean, go back to the early church. You have apostles, and you have teachers, and you have whatever. Okay? There are different categories of servants. Now, if you look at the apostles, all the gifts of the Holy Spirit were manifesting in them. The more knowledge we acquire, the more responsible we become. The Holy Spirit does not dwell in everybody. The Holy Spirit dwells only in those that completely, in their mind, offer their life totally unto death, carrying their cross and following Jesus. That's when the Holy Spirit dwells. The Holy Spirit does touch everybody, because the healing happens through that, actually. But the indwelling happens only when you offer your life totally to Christ. You don't have to have the Holy Spirit dwelling in you in order for you to be healed. The Holy Spirit will heal you in order for you to believe and in order for you to be driven into that decision where you offer your life and you truthfully follow Jesus. So no, the indwelling of the Holy Spirit is not necessary in order for you to experience the healing.
There's always the question, does Dr. Nemeh have a gift of healing? He always says no, he has a gift of faith.
A lot of people talk about gifts, you know. Look at the nature of that perfect relationship that could be between us and God. If I talk about gifts, it means I'm gifted with something, and it does induce some egotistic type of feeling. When it comes to my God, I cannot even allow myself even the slightest even thought about me having anything special that way. Okay? Once you are driven into that higher type of consciousness and that type of relationship with the Lord, it becomes very hard to describe for people. It's a very weird place for us as physical beings. Because here you are totally dead to yourself, and yet you have fullness. Let me put it in a different way. You are fully preserved as an individual, at the same time. I cannot describe it better than that. So simply put, like St. Paul put it, I died and the Lord lives in me. You see?
The next question for Dr. Issam Nemeh had to do with Bible study. Where do you go?
What is written is only a step towards the real Christianity. It's not about the written word. You see, like St. Paul was saying, but when it comes to you, you need nobody to teach you anything, because you have the Spirit of God in you. And the Holy Spirit is the mind of God communicated to us. I need nobody to teach me anything. All it takes is to have, to believe in Jesus and to offer the self to Him. That's all it takes, and be truthful about it. So, and not only this, what is written was written, but it's a living word, and the Lord will always communicate knowledge and wisdom to us, a knowledge that is designed in order for it to fit the time that we are living through. Even Revelation itself, if you look at it, like St. John put it, don't add, don't subtract, just leave it alone. Read it and just go your way, because it's written in such a way in order for it to reveal itself during the appointed time. And the other point in there, when it comes to interpreting the Bible, a lot of people do tend to interpret it according to their own thinking. And we've been witnessing a lot of that, especially when it comes to Revelation and all of this. And I think those people are committing a grave sin, though anyone that attempts to interpret according to their own logic. Because when it comes to those things, they do not depend on our logic. The Holy Spirit reveals it in due time. And I bless the name of the Lord. I recognize the significance of the point in here. Because here, if we look at it that way, we won't leave any opportunity for any confusion, actually, or misinterpretation. You leave it the way it is, and it reveals itself. You see? And tell you the truth, the way things are happening right now, look at it. The church is being persecuted all over the world. The woman is in travail. The woman is in pain. And a child is forming right within her. That body that of Christians that is so fully devoted, heart, points me towards the chapter 12 of Revelation. It is revealing itself already. So we don't need anybody to interpret anything for us, because the Lord reveals those things to us automatically.
And we'll wrap up the Q&A with Dr. Issam Nemeh with not only the Holy Spirit, but the entire Holy Trinity.
Our state of mind is extremely important. My intention for you is very, very important. Otherwise, you won't be able to experience the healing. Okay? There is one basic principle that we should really talk about when it comes to that part. God is a unity. God is a Father and a Son and a Holy Spirit. And it's the unity, is the state of mind that binds them into one. That's the heart of the whole mystery. The same thing applies to us. That's what binds us to that Trinity and makes us one with them. Now, as a human being in here, I have to, in my mind, place myself in such a way in order for me to reflect that state of mind that binds the Trinity together, which is love and care, truthful love. Okay? So when our mind is like this, then higher laws do apply. And I witness that on a daily basis. I see some things that are not there. Eyes that are completely, let's say, destroyed, right? Within seconds, they do regenerate and recover. And we can present hundreds of cases like that. And not only this, the science today is capable of understanding that part. I mean, look at the quantum mechanics, for example. Everything visible comes from the invisible. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Not only this, the quantum field itself, your mind is the quantum field. The quantum field is the mind of God, a realm of all possibilities and probabilities. They are present at all times, and our mind is part of it. So here, if I am in harmony, and if I'm capable of reflecting that principle of perfect love within my mind, then automatically the higher laws that are in control of the laws of this nature will apply. Just state of mind. It's as simple as that. That's why if you have faith that could move mountains and you don't have love, it amounts to nothing. You see, that's how important that state of mind is. Love is the essence. Love is the heart of it all. And the healing for this humanity is nothing but love.
Thank you, Dr. Issam Nemeh, the physician of unshakable faith. Here on Blind Faith Live, real people, real miracles. Complete new episodes every Tuesday. See you then. I'm Philip Keller.